Welcome back to EFC TV. Welcome back to EFC TV. This is the transfer. Well, this is the transfer news, not daily, but transfer news for this week, really. And those players that have been to Everton. Obviously, we've been linked. Number one, first player I've been linked to obviously is James Vardy. James Vardy, a player that I've got much respect for. Again, he's a player that obviously has stayed with Leicester, obviously, despite the death of their owner. I can't remember what to say his name because his name's that long. Basically like their owner who died. So with that, obviously he's at Leicester City. He's been at Leicester City for most of his career, I believe, and so that. And then for that, obviously his age, 36 years of age. Again, his age is one thing which I think kind of makes it kind of not a good, kind of makes it a good. And no time, it's like his age, yeah, it's like he's a great player, but his age. Maybe back up or not. So obviously he's scored 3 goals and he's got 4. Again, you know what? I think James Vardy for me, he's a player that I'd love to see come to Everton because again, he's a player that I've always gone. You know what? He's a player that we could have got. Not not him, but I think James Vardy's a player that you'd want because again, one, he scored 3 goals and he's had 4 assists last season for Leicester. You know what? For a player who's 36 years of age, right? He's scoring about that. He's still scoring goals at age 36. That's so spitting and that. That's basically just like, wow, I can still play. I can still do a job. Yeah, up front and strong goals, whatnot. But I can also do assists as well, which I was like, oh yeah, I could see him do that. It's mad. Listen, I think, and I think obviously again with that. And again, the thing with that, again, the thing with Vardy is, not Vardy, I think, there's a thing with, not Vardy, I think, not Vardy, but the thing also with this deal that I think it could, or can't be, I think it could be done, it also can't be done, because again, this team, well, I'm not saying this team, but Leicester were not one team wanted to get fined quicker, but, they were, I think there's a few clubs wanted us to get fined quicker apparently and stuff like that, but I left sadly warned them and I was like, ooh. And then, and then I think, you know what, maybe we could do a deal with Leicester. I think we can do a deal with Leicester. I think we probably could do a deal. I think we probably could do a deal with Leicester, or probably not. I don't know, because again, it's the thing, they might not be big fans of us anymore because they went down and we stayed up, and despite the money, financial issues we had and stuff like that, and or type thing. So you know what? Okay, listen. Okay. Would I like James Vardy to come to Everton? I would 100% love James Vardy to come to Everton. I would, because again, he'd be a player that could be not bad. Kale's right. He'd probably be a player that is obviously probably be like a backup, not backup. No, Kale's right. He'd probably be like a backup centre forward. It don't injured again, and he was that injured. And James Vardy can actually score goals. Yes, this again can do all things. But you know what? You know what? I'd love to see him come because again, he's a player that I absolutely brilliant. He's still playing at their age. It's just listen. I think a player we just signed, actually young. He's like that. He's 38 years of age. But again, with that, he just doesn't. I think we got Gareth Barry when he was at Man City when he was his his 30s. He's like in his 30s, and he still did an amazing job. Like he did a really good job in midfield, and he was like a really good player. So you know what? Okay, listen, I do think would he be a good? I do think Vardy will be good. You know what? I do don't think he'll be actually. I do think he'll be a good sign for us. Okay, you know what? Hopefully this transfer room actually comes true and we do want to sign him. Hopefully we do go on to sign him. So yeah. Also, if you're a Leicester fan, would you like James Vardy go to Everton? Listen, if you're a fan of Leicester City, do you think that you'd let James Vardy come to Everton? Do you think you won't let him? Do you think he'd stay at Leicester or anything like that? Yeah. I think it. So alright, so then obviously the second bit we've been linked with is Callum, Hudson, odoi. It's a really good name. It's mad, but good name. Club Chelsea. He's aged 22 years of age. He's scored 0 goals, but 1 assist. So you know what? So Yeah, I think. Listen, I think. Okay, so I think. Listen, I think. Okay, a few years ago, I was like, bring council. I was, you know what, I won't play at Arsenal because again, he'd be a player that he might get a few goals, but again, as well as that, right, he's a player that if you play him, you can actually probably get a few goals and get a few assists. Again, you know what, he could probably do that if he was in a team that actually plays for Champions League, does that well. Now, you know what, I think whilst he's been Chelsea, I don't think he's ever scored a goal for them, as well as that, right. And he's only ever got one assist from. I'm thinking, you know what, listen, okay, I think that's why it's not great, but again, it's not. Listen, I think that's why it's not brilliant or great, but again, you know what? It's not too bad. It's a decently good one. I mean, you know what? It's not great or good, but it's still decent good. You know, we haven't scored a goal, but again, sometimes players can actually improve, and they actually prove, they can actually score a goal. I mean, so look at Dwight McNeil. Look at we stand Dwight McNeil. Look at him now. He only scored one goal, right? And look at him. He scored about what? I think it's about two or three goals. I think he scored about 2 or 3 or 4 goals. I can't remember if he scored a goal. I think he scored a few goals. And then I was like, this fella's going to score 1 goal. He's done that. Sure enough, he's done that. Now, again, thinking, right, since vet and all that stuff, but again, it just shows your players sometimes can actually prove they can actually do it. So, you never know. Obviously, yeah, he's trying to, again, so you know what? So again, I think you know what. I think you know. Okay, again, you think you know what? Obviously, because one, obviously, because again, he's a bit like Dwight McNeil. He's a young player as well. Was that right? He's actually a young player who's actually played. He's actually played as well in the league as well. So yeah, quite interesting. Yeah. All right. So obviously, the third player I've been linked with. Hopefully, this one. I mean, okay. You know what? So, do I think listen, if Everton do go out, do you think listen, if Everton do goes out, I think he might be a good sign for us again. No, he's a young player. He's a player who can sell. Okay, listen, if it doesn't do well for you, you probably sell him in a few years' time. You sell him in the near future, maybe you get a fee from like then or whenever you sell them, something like that. But whenever, if it doesn't do well, we can sell them and whatnot. So, but okay, listen, I think that I think it's matters. Obviously, if we do sign him, be brilliant, great, fine. Yeah. Hopefully, I think again a bit like the Warren, hoping this one actually comes true because I'd love to see a chance happen because again, it's yeah. Then obviously we've been linked with Arnalt, Danjuma again, club, villarreal. Again, so you know what? He's a player for me. I think I think obviously him needs apparently he's a apparently if we do get him, it'll be a loan with you to buy, I believe, or something like that. So again, if we did get him, we'd want to be back. But again, I think he came so close to joining Everton on transfer deadline day, but obviously turned around, went to Tottenham. Obviously, and I'm thinking this is a player that did that, right? But obviously, I think he's a player that's always learned like maybe I should have gone to Everton and play. Maybe I should have gone to Everton actually. I would get a chance to play. Okay, so you know what? I really don't. Let's be honest. I really don't know because let's being honest, I generally don't know what to really think. Okay, you know what? He will be. I think he will be a good signing, but again, the same way he'd be a signing that would be good, but in the other way, I think in a different, I think in the same way he would be able. I think the way he'll be a good player, but if it didn't work out well, he'd be a player that didn't go to Everton. Obviously didn't go to Everton, but he's coming. He comes to Everton for a second. He comes to Everton again for his second time. He basically comes to Everton again. He's actually joined Everton this time. Okay, you know what? I think he's a player that I think could probably be a good player. He's basically. Okay, so I think he will be a good option for us, to bring up, to bring off the bench, probably to start or bring off the bench. Maybe he's a player that can actually work hard and get a few goals for himself. I think he should have really done when I think he was just done. I thought he should have really. I thought Tottenham should have given some more chance to players again. I was thinking, you think right? Tottenham are a very very good team, but they've got. Anyway, I'm not going on about that, but yeah. Anyway. for Tottenham's reason. Mad. But yeah, obviously, you know. Now, so I believe this deal might. Okay. Do I think this deal will happen? You know what? I do generally think this deal might. I think. Okay, so I think this deal might or might not. I think this deal might happen or might not. So I think this deal might happen or might not happen. I really don't know, but hopefully it does happen. Okay, so hopefully it does actually happen, and we do get it. If we don't get it, we'll go villarreal. I imagine, but my manager, I don't know where we'll go, man. So yeah, the obviously your player will be linked with is God, right, Villarreal, toure, obviously club. Again, same club really. Obviously UD Almeria. Yeah, it's after Almeria Sports Club. Age 21 years of age. Again, I think we're being linked from now. I think this player would be a player that I would love to get, because again, you know what? He's a player that, you know, he's got. I think. Listen, I know he's 21 years of age. Was that right? I think obviously his goal record isn't great, but again, you know, he's a player. He's got pace and now pace. Was that right? I think he's a player that I'd love to see, because again, he'd be a player that can do a really good job. Obviously on our wings, he could be a player that could create a few chances, score a few goals. Again, was that right? He's a player that I would love to see come, because again, he's a player that I'd love to. You know what? He's a player that I'd love to see certain times. Again, you know, he's a player that might create a chance to get a few goals. Was that right? He might actually end up being a good signing in the end. So it's a really weird scenario, but that's what probably happened. I imagine. I don't know. Probably what happened. I don't know. Really, I really don't know. But probably that happened. Yeah, it's mad. But yeah. So now, okay. Listen. You know what? Okay. You know what? I actually do think this deal might actually have a good one. I can see toure actually come to Everton, because again, toure is a player that I think will actually probably most likely come to Everton again. I think it might. Okay, so I think it might be either a permanent deal or a loan view to buy deal type thing. I imagine it's something like that. I don't know. Yeah, and then obviously we've been linked with wilfed. So obviously we linked with wilfed. So obviously we've been linked with wilfed, Geneto, Club Leeds United, striker, age 19. Again, you know what? Obviously, I think I was now. Okay, I think I was what I've heard right there. I think that's something. Okay, that's. Okay, sorry. Listen. Okay, that's the same for right. I do think this. Now, I think obviously. Let's say we've agreed today. Apparently, Leeds have rejected a bid. I think I haven't put what 15 or I think 16 or 50 million pound for him. And again, thinking, you know what, we should really put more money, but obviously we can't. Financially, we haven't got. I think obviously because one, when financial situation where we really can't be spending that much money. But again, it's a really Okay, listen. Okay, listen. It's not annoying, but one right. Obviously, it's not really. It's a bit annoying, really, but obviously it is a little annoying. But again, I think it's a bit annoying. But again, we don't. Let's. I think. Let's go one. I think. Listen. I think that's it. I think there's a lot. There's a lot more. There's a lot of you. There's a most. I think like most. Listen. I've never done right. I've never thought. I understand, obviously, one's why, but again, I've never thought. I'm just, a lot of you guys. I'm really just like, we should be able to, cut out. I think, I think at least what was it, like 20 to 25 million or something like that for him, I believe. So again, you think, we should be offering just like a tinge bit more, but again, I think the finance situation we're in now isn't great. Again, we're basically just trying to get players we can get on, but be free transfers sort of that. And I'm on now, but right. Obviously, my cover to the next one. Right, right. Another player I've been linked with is Victor Boniface. Yeah, Boniface. Weird name. Obviously, club Jungen SG. I don't know what is it. That club means. Age 20 years of age, striker. He has scored 9 goals and he's got 8. So you know what? Okay, listen. Okay, Okay, listen, right, I don't support Union SG because I don't know who they are. Listen, I don't support Union SG because listen, I don't support Union SG. Now, obviously, not. Okay, listen, I know they are a side in the Belgian league, I believe. I don't about them, but again, so you know what? Listen, I haven't watched this play, so I don't know how good he will be. But you know what? Listen, I think obviously I've heard like good, not reports on. Listen, there's one saying reports for. Listen, I'm not. Okay, listen. Okay, listen, I've not watched the. Listen, obviously, I'm not a fan of SG, so I don't know if he's good player or not. I don't know, but again, sorry, but you know, obviously he's 20 years of age. Again, you think you know he's 20 years of age. He's scored 9 goals. Again, no, I think that's yeah, I think that's okay. I think stats are decent. You know, okay, yeah, I think obviously obviously his stats are decently good. Like I think. Okay, yeah, I think his stats are decently good. His goal record isn't. Yeah, I think I think obviously his stats record is generally pretty good. Again, obviously he scored goals. He's got again. He could play in the wing and he can also play at the strike as well. So again, you know what, it's quite interesting. And I think you know what, he's a player that I think you know what, he could probably could probably bring him on as a sub, maybe in the second half of it. You know, in the second half of a game. You know, maybe in the second half of a game where he could, you know, he can do on something on the wing and create a chance to score a goal. Again, you know, he could do that, but in the same way, he probably could not do that and not be a very good player. Again, listen, right, we don't know if he could be a good player or not. We don't know, but okay, you know what? Hopefully, okay, you know what? Hopefully, we try and go out and actually sign a player Victor Boniface. Because one, we don't know who he is. We don't know what to do. If you know what, but that's I think. But this and that's yet. Okay, but you know what? Okay, but you know what? You know, but that's obviously the exciting part about because one, you don't know what's going to do. You know what, Bob? That's exciting. Okay, you know what? Obviously, that's exciting because obviously he's a player that you never know. You never know what he'll do, but you know, you probably see. Listen, right? If he's a good player or not. Listen, right, if he's a good player, brilliant, keep him. If he's not a good player, obviously we'll sell him and whatever. Listen, I think you know what. Listen, right? If he is like a really good solid player, you know what? He's a player I think could play in the team really. So again, yeah. Okay. 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 You know what? Hopefully we actually do go out and try sign this player. You know what? I really want to go out and sign this player. We don't sign. You know. Okay. You know what? I actually really want to go and sign this player. We don't sign him. I'm not getting mad about it. No, I'm just going to be disappointed not signing because like. Good player. I'm sorry, but it's a good player. Yeah. Yeah, anyway. That's just my thoughts. Anyway. Right. Players, Everton players linked with moves away. After Demarai has been linked with Crystal Palace and Saudi Arabia. It's just really, like, just sounds like, what? Saudi Arabia, Crystal Palace? And then just Demarai. I was like, whoa, I guess it's just weird. Like, really, I was like, is this? I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Demarai is 27 years of age. Okay, so I think Demarai has been a good player for him, but okay, you know what? It was like he's 27 years of age. Again, you know what? I was Saudi Arabia. I think I was. Yeah, I think I was. Yeah, I think I was this. Yeah, I think this one time Saudi Arabian League is actually attracting a lot of players. That's a lot of big name players and some big name players. Some like obviously he's trying some big name players and but they link him. I think they got Neves from Wolves. They got him there over there now. They've got they got it's mad though because like they got so many. They're getting players. I was like, wow, they're getting players off there. I didn't know Saudi Arabian League. Listen, right, okay. Listen, right, okay. Listen, I'm not saying no more for Saudi Arabia. Listen, I'm not saying anything about Saudi League because I'm not saying anything about Saudi Arabia because I'll probably get in trouble. But yeah, but yeah, you know, it's been Saudi Arabia. Okay, you know what? If I was, I don't know. So, obviously he's been linked, and then obviously, yeah, obviously that's all the players that have been linked. Oh, players have been linked with, and players that haven't played linked. So, yeah, that's right. The first comes out. Do you think any of the players that have been linked? Do you think we'll sign them? That's right. Do you think we'll go out and sign them? Do you think they'll be good signings, or do you think they won't be good signings, or anything like that? If you're a Leeds or a Leicester or I don't know, Almeria or a Villarreal or even Chelsea fan, do you listen, if you're a fan of Chelsea or Leicester or any of the clubs I mentioned there, let's right. Okay, let's right. Do you think they'll be good players for Everton? Do you think they won't, or do you think they were worth setting their own club right now, or anything like that? If you want to follow me on social media, I'm on twitter.com/EFCTV. You know what? I'd really okay. You know what? I'd really appreciate you. You know what? I'd really appreciate you guys. You know what? I'd really appreciate you guys sharing it, giving likes, leaving comments, support. And you want to hear about the latest Everton news, or, and you want to hear about the latest Everton news and some of the other exclusive videos, like I think some of the other exclusive videos I do, like my topics and other videos like that as well. You know what? And I'd really appreciate you guys. You know what? And I'd really, you know what? And I'd really appreciate you. You know what? And I'd really appreciate you guys. You know what? And I'd really appreciate you guys subscribing to EFC TV at YouTube.com, because one, it absolutely massively helps me out, because it does. As well as that, right? I imagine it helps you guys out on YouTube as well. Hopefully it does. Yeah. And two, obviously, you want to hear about the latest, and you want to hear about the latest videos I'm doing. Like, you want to hear about the latest Everton news and stuff like that, and you want to hear about it in the first place. You want to hear about every single video, and you want to hear about every single other video that and you want to hear about every other video, and you want to hear about the other videos as well, upload to channel as well, and just press the, and you want to get notifications for every single video that comes out, and every single video that comes out, like, and you hear about the videos in the first place, just press the notification button, the bell thing on YouTube, press that, and you'll hear about it. Yeah, so yeah.